Hello and welcome to Week 5 of the 2014-2015 Red Light Truck Series winter season, airing on RLN. I'm your host, Jeremy Patterson. With me tonight is Matt Breckel. We'll do our best to keep up with what's happening on the track and hopefully provide an enjoyable broadcast for you. Tonight we bring you live coverage from the Michigan International Raceway, where the boys will be racing for 60 laps on this 2-mile oval. After tonight, we head to Kentucky, then to Watkins Glen for our road course race. Then we'll wrap up the season with Dover, Richmond, and Charlotte. The Watkins Glen and Dover races, unfortunately, will not be able to be broadcast due to a work schedule. However, we will broadcast the Kentucky, Richmond, and Charlotte races, so make sure you tune in for those. So last time we raced here in Michigan, June 9th, 2013, in the Red Light Nationwide Series. We only had 8 drivers take the field that night, including both of your hosts, myself and Matt Breckel. We were still a pretty new league at that time, working on building our membership, and I think we've done a pretty fine job, Matt, these past few months, getting the membership up and getting some big fields out here.
Oh yeah, I'm really proud of all of our drivers. We're recruited the right type and putting out a good show every week.
Yeah, definitely. And that last time we raced here, Joshua Buckley, he took pole and went on to win that race. And you see him up here on your screen. He's right up in the front there. And we'll see if he can have a repeat performance tonight. He looked pretty fast out there, so we'll see. Pace speed tonight, 70 miles an hour. Pit road speed limit's 55. They recently bumped up these speed limits, so it makes it a little bit easier getting into pit road. You don't have to get on the brakes so hard and risk spinning out or anything. Points for tonight, the winner will get 20 and 19 points for second, and so on, all the way down to a minimum of 1 point regardless of finishing position. And lots of bonus points to be had, 3 for winning the race and 1 bonus point for any of the following: pole sitter, leading a lap, leading the most laps, or finishing 80% of the race. Let's have a look at our top 10 in season points. First place is Dustin Lee with 1 win, and you can see the top 5 here are all within 10 points of each other. Dustin Lee, Joshua Buckley, Jacob Fife, John Fershing Jr., and Sean Butler. Sean is on a 2-win streak right now. Rounding out your top 10s, William Kirk, Tommy Lee, Robert Craze, Damon Gilbert, and Nate LaFleur. And remember, these points will show the best 3 out of the 4 races that we've done so far. Drivers each get a drop week, so at the end of the season, the best 9 races will count, and we'll see who comes out as champion. And it looks like qualifying has just finished. And Nate LaFleur takes the pole with a 39.077 lap. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, it is. Especially because a lot of those laps in practice were done drafting. So now that they almost matched it in single car qualifying, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, very much. And also, these guys were saying during warm-up that the setup feels really, really good. I think it feels pretty neutral. I drove it some earlier, and I thought it felt really good. So I'm looking forward to see this. Nice big track, and should have a great race. So drivers are all gridded up and getting ready to roll out here. Alright, so drivers are rolling out. We'll run through the grid. In row 1, you have Nate LaFleur and Tim Lewis.
Row 2, we got Kirk and Dave Gilbert.
Row 3, Sean Butler and Glenn Sidman.
Row 4 is Teddy Wisniewski and Kevin O'Brien.
Row 5, Joshua Buckley and Michael Fair.
Row 6 is Jacob Fife, Joshua Butler, Sean Butler's brother.
Row 7, we have Tommy Lee and Jamie Christensen.
Row 8 is points leader Dustin Lee and Robert Ace.
And row 9, we have Max Terrio and John Fershing. And that rounds out the field. So drivers are all doubled up and ready to go.
Race car ducks off. Here we go.
Looks like Nate LaFleur is able to clear Tim Lewis for that first spot. Very, very close right behind him between Tim Lewis and who is that? Right beside him, the 19, it looks like. Still leading, 3 wide right behind him. Tim Lewis tucks in behind Sean Butler. Nate LaFleur extends his lead by a good 5 or 6 car lengths.
Bill Kirk left out to dry on the inside.
Yeah, they went right around him. 3 wide behind him, Buckley in the middle. Oh, we got a wobbler on coming out of turn 4. He's in the grass. I think that was William Kirk. It looked like, yeah, he wobbled a little bit coming out of turn 4. Caught the grass. Ooh, little bit of contact up ahead.
.36
goes around. Jacob Fife in the wall, goes around, and that brings out a caution. Looked like I saw he made contact with the 23, I think, was it? Or 83. I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers tonight. I think it was contact with the 83, and that spun him right around. No, I see what happened. Yeah, he was in the wall before that, and he came down off of the wall. He got into the 23 of Michael Fair and sent him around.
Yeah.
Good job by Kevin O'Brien missing that. All those drivers went right past him. Wow, that could have been really bad. Good job by all those guys getting around him. So Nate LaFleur continues to lead, but he has Sean Butler on his tail now, and everyone knows Sean is a very, very strong driver in our league, so Nate has his work cut out for him. Yeah, let's see if any of these drivers pit. We only got 4 laps, so well, yeah, actually, some of the leaders are pitting. No, they're doing the little fake outs. And I expect to see the last few, yeah, just like I expected. A couple in the back of the field, they're always going to pit. Makes sense to just go ahead, get new tires and fuel, not really losing anything.
Yeah, Sean Butler with the switcheroo.
Yeah, I tell you what, he had me fooled. I'd have probably dove in. A lot of race to go though, so even if somebody did dive in there, you know, they'll be able to work their way back up. So early caution, but you know, didn't look like it was due to over-aggressive driving or anything. Sometimes you just get stuck to that wall, and when you pull your truck off of the wall, it's just really hard to ease it off the wall. You end up flying down off of it, and it looks like that just kind of bit those guys. Someone's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, and that was at the back of the two. A lot of that 2 wide, 3 wide up there in front. Issues with. It's good.
And I'm not sure if there'll be one to go this time or next time. I have a hard time judging it on these longer tracks like this. I kind of lose track of how many pace laps they've done.
The lights are off. Which car?
Yep, lights are off on the pace car, and everyone's getting doubled up. So a tank of fuel will take you about 40 laps here under green. So 20 to 40 is their pit window if we end up staying green from here on out. Anytime anyone pits after lap 20, they'll have enough to make it to the end, but they're going to have to pit for fuel prior to lap 40, with the exception of our guys who already pitted. We have Joshua Butler and Jacob Fife, and I believe Kevin O'Brien pitted as well. At least I thought I saw him come down pit road.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he came in too. It's maybe our pit road scoring systems.
Yeah.
IRTBO.
Yeah, it could be. '68 at Damon Gilbert, giving Sean Butler a run for his money, and now he's going to look at the leader.
Not so fast.
Yeah, it's tough down on that second line right there. It does get a little bit loose on you. And the bottom lane is just absolutely deadly. I avoid that. Looks like all the other drivers are too, for the most part. Still side by side for the lead. 81 of Nate LaFleur and 68 of Damon Gilbert. Looks like Gilbert may come out of the turn ahead. He's got the bottom lane, which is a little bit faster way down this front stretch, but LaFleur has the momentum, and he stays right with him. Oh, LaFleur getting into Gilbert's bumper a little bit there. I don't think he wanted to give up that momentum when Gilbert got up in front of him. Then he backed off and lost several spots.
Jamie Christensen was lost in the same. Now he's back 17th.
Yeah, we got him wrecking in the backfield. Looked like the 81 and the 83 got together. Wow.
Yeah, I was in the back. I missed that one.
I trying to see what happened here. All right, let's have a look. This replay here. Got a couple trucks side by side up ahead. The 81 and the 83. I think the 83 of Glenn Sidman got up in front of Nate LaFleur. And I think he checked up or Nate didn't expect him to be going as slow as he was, and he got into the back end of the 83 and just started a whole mess there. Let's go back and have a look at that again.
Those guys behind him had nowhere to go.
Yeah, you see right there, the 83 of Glenn Sidman moved up the track just a little bit, and LaFleur had so much momentum. I don't think there's anything he could have done. And you see there, they get sideways completely. There's nowhere for these guys to go. I mean, they were blocking half the track. Just bad timing the way they were sideways, and just a whole bunch of cars plowing in behind them. Wow. Let's see, Dustin Lee, Joshua Buckley actually avoided all of it, but Dustin Lee, William Kirk got into it pretty bad. All these drivers still have their quick reset, though, I think. All the ones who got caught up in it, at least. Actually, there's 2 quick resets, so...
Yeah, pretty much everybody looks like something. There's a lot of smokers. Good thing for the resets.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of smoke on pit road. It's like someone's having a barbecue. So all these drivers go out and get a fresh, fixed-up truck and go back out there. A little surprised to see 2 cautions this early in the race. Sometimes when the setup and the track are so good, it causes people to be a little bit more aggressive than they normally would be. So that might be what we're seeing here.
Yeah, I think we've seen that in our leagues. That the easier it is on the track, the more cautions.
Yeah, it typically is the case. So new leader Max Terrio, he and Kevin O'Brien did not pit. All the other drivers did pit. So the front row are on slightly older tires. I mean, we're only on lap 13 right now. Not like their tires are eaten up or anything. But slightly older tires up front. We'll see how the other drivers manage that, if they have a little bit more speed than the front row.
It looks like Jacob Ice, I think, did a 2-tire stop.
Yep, I think he did, and it looks like he's the only one who did that. That put him up in 3rd place. Jacob, remember, was the driver caught up in the first caution where he got caught into the wall and then came down into another driver as he was peeling himself off the wall. So this gets him back up to the front, and we'll see if he can hang on to it up here. Pace car ducks off. We're ready to go green. Whoa, almost contact between the 84 Kevin O'Brien and the 68 of Gilbert. Kevin moves up the track, and Gilbert goes right past him. Thought Gilbert was going to get into his back end.
Yep. Kevin's trying to find the back end.
Oh, 33 of Tommy Lee.
It's Tommy Lee.
And that's going to bring out another caution. Let's go back and have a look at that. You see Tommy get a little bit loose coming out of 2. Tim Lewis almost makes it around him. Tommy overcorrects a little bit, puts Tim Lewis into the wall, and then Tommy goes around sideways. I think those are the only drivers involved in that, though. Yeah, Tommy, it looks like he just got a little bit sideways in that turn. Let's go on board with Tommy Lee here. See what he saw. Right there, you can see his back end start to come around a little bit, and he gets onto that bottom lane, and there's a transition between that bottom lane and the second lane, and that's enough to upset the truck, obviously, you can see there, and just overcorrects a little bit, and that he gets in it. I don't know, you know what? I don't know if he overcorrected or maybe Tim did bump him a little bit. It's hard to tell. Let's go on board with Tim Lewis. I want to see that from his point of view.
He was losing it before he got hit.
Yeah. Tim Lewis, yeah, he drove okay. It looked like Tim didn't clip him. I didn't see Tim clip him or anything right before impact. Yeah, so I think Tommy Lee just got a little bit loose there coming out of the turn, overcorrected a little bit, and there was another driver there to greet him. Now, did you happen to catch, was Tim Lewis involved in that other incident?
No, I didn't see if he was.
You see there Tim coming out of his pit stall after getting repairs. His truck doesn't look beat up, so I'm guessing he got a fast repair, so he has a fresh new truck. Yeah, 15-second pit stop, truck looks like brand new. Yeah, he still had a fast repair, so he's still in the game. Yeah, that transition between that bottom lane and the next lane up, it's almost like a transition between an apron and a track. You know, when you're in the turns, how if you kind of go up onto the track straight from the apron, you get that little skip up there, and it can upset the truck. It looks like that's what ended up finishing off Tommy Lee. So Max Terrio stays out, only driver who has not pitted yet on this race. And with the pit window the way it is, everybody's going to have to pit at least one more time anyway. Unless you really save on fuel. If he'd have pitted this time, he maybe could have saved on fuel and went to the end and possibly had an advantage there, but it's that'd be a pretty risky call. And that whole turn of events put Jacob Fife back up in the lead. So let's see if we can get some green flag laps in here. Three wide up front. Max Terrio looks to the inside of Damon Gilbert, who lost a lot of ground on the start. Nate LaFleur and Josh Buckley side by side. Nate LaFleur's three wide. Oh, he makes a little bit of contact with Max Terrio. Three wide a little further back as well. Jacob Fife now looks to the inside of Damon Gilbert. Sean Butler finds himself up front. Very, very close door-to-door racing between Fife and Gilbert here. And I see a couple drivers flirting with that inside line again. Let's hope they can keep the front end pointed forward. Oh, Max Terrio and William Kirk almost get together. Kirk moves way up the track. And this bunches everybody up. Looks like they're trying to get doubled up, but they keep going three wide, in and out of three wide here in this little pack behind the leaders. Tim Lewis now looks to the inside. He might take it three wide. Now he's only two wide with John Fershing. And he backs off. Meanwhile, up front, Sean Butler getting a little bit comfortable, but Gilbert's not letting him go by too easy. So it looks like that crazy group finally got mostly singled up, still side by side a little bit with John Fershing and, well, actually John Fershing goes right past Max Terrio, and Tim Lewis is going to follow him. Ooh, 33. Tommy Lee makes contact with Jamie Christensen coming out of turn 2. Those guys both hold on to it, but that could have been ugly. Now Tommy looks to the inside of Christensen. And we have a battle for the lead right now. Damon Gilbert threatening Sean Butler on the outside. You know what? I think the outside lane may be the place. Oh no, Gilbert gets into the wall. That's not a good strategy for passing. And now Fife is going to threaten Gilbert for the second position. He looks to the inside. Gilbert and Fife battling hard for that position. Oh, did they make contact there? It's hard to tell. So Gilbert moves up the track and Nate LaFleur strikes. Now he's up there in third. And we got a side-by-side battle for, looks like 9th and 10th. I'm sorry, 10th and 11th between Pershing and Christensen. And Sean Butler now has a comfortable 0.9 second lead, almost a full second on these guys. They keep clamoring for that second spot, and Sean just runs away with it when they do that.
Yeah, you would think 3 cars with drafting that you can do at Michigan might be able to catch them pretty easily.
Yeah, you might be able to with drafting, you know, if you work together. But these guys look like they're really fighting for position and just letting Sean take off. Side by side between Buckley and Gilbert. Buckley makes it around Gilbert. Buckley driving his new Miller Lite truck.
Yeah, I saw Gilbert last turn a little bit coming out. He lost.
Ooh, and in the back of the field, we got some battling going on in 3 wide. Joshua Butler, Robert Craze, Michael Fair. And Glenn Sidman getting in that as well. Back up to the front. Well, the guy's right behind the front anyway. Jacob Fife leads that pack. And if they can get singled up, they'll probably be able to run Sean down. But Sean now has a comfortable 1.2 second lead. Yeah, it's going to be hard to catch that without a lot of teamwork. Tell you what, these guys in the back of the field are still battling out pretty hard. Joshua Butler and Michael Fair and Robert Craze. That's what I like to see. Even if you're in the back of the field and you got a good battle going on, it's always fun to race. Doesn't really matter.
Yep.
LaFleur and Fife side by side again. And Joshua Buckley knocking on the door. And right behind them, you have Damien Gilbert and I think is that Teddy Wisniewski.
Yep. They're all getting bunched up as they're slowing down. Sean's up to 2 seconds.
Yeah, Sean has a 2 second lead on these guys, and they're all, I mean, hey, you know what? They're having fun. They're duking it out, battling and everything. But Sean's one of those guys you do not want to let him get too big of a lead because he gets out there and once he's comfortable, man, he just rolls and you can't catch up to him. Ooh, little bit of a wheel there.
Have to hope they make it up the road, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Max Terrio is going to have it pretty soon.
Yeah, lap 32. So sometime within the next five or six laps, Max is probably going to have to pit. So Sean Butler leads. Yeah. What a lead Sean has, man. He's going into turn 3 and they're right in the middle of the backstretch.
Yeah, something's going on with the six. It's about second and sixth in about straight.
With who?
36, Jake Went from second to sixth. Right now he's almost in danger of losing that.
Yeah, he lost several spots. I don't know, maybe he wobbled or something. And it looks like John Fershing shoots right past him as well. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Teddy Wisniewski, the 29 truck. So Joshua Buckley, the reigning champion, now up in second, and he'll see if he can work his way up to Sean. Go on board with Joshua Buckley, and you can barely see Sean up there up ahead of him, going into turn 3 right now. He's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to get up there and challenge him. And you can see his windshield getting a little bit dirty now, especially when they come around turn 3 facing the sun. Blocks the view a little bit. Somebody is down on the apron. Is that a lapped car?
Yeah, it was Will Kirk.
I'm not sure what happened there with Will. Well, he was getting lapped, I believe, and he might have just moved down there to let everybody by. I think that's what happened. Five trucks back here behind the leader, still battling it out. These guys keep swapping around. While Sean just extends his lead, he's up to 2 seconds now on his lead. So you can see there, it looks like Tommy Lee and Nate LaFleur are linked up, almost like they're going to draft. But it's difficult going into the turns here. If you're too close to the guy's bumper, like we saw last week, if you're too close to the guy's bumper and he lets off a little sooner than you expect, that can spell disaster. So kind of hard to do that through the turns, but on these straightaways, I do think they gain a little bit of an advantage by linking up like they are. So that 9 truck of Will Kirk, he's the only one lapped down, so if we were to have a caution, he's in a lucky dog position right now. And Joshua Butler still got a ways to go before he'll be lapped, so.
Jake Blythe on pit road.
Yep, couple cars on pit road now. And Max Terrio still has not pitted. He's going to stretch it, I guess, as far as he can, which probably ain't much further. Max currently running in the 9th position. Kevin O'Brien looking to the inside of Tim Lewis, and he's going to make a pass around him for 13th position.
Terrio finally put it in.
Yep, looks like Terrio and Damon Gilbert are in pit road now. So all these drivers having to come in, 20 laps to go. Still close battle for the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th positions. And William Kirk's right in that pack with those guys, but he is a lap down. But it doesn't hurt to get up there, try and get a little bit of that aero off of those trucks and gain a little speed. And right behind them, John Pershing and Dustin Lee fighting for that 5th position. Teddy Wisniewski and Tommy Lee side by side for 2nd. And LaFleur gets his nose up in there. Now he's side by side with Tommy Lee. And Sean Butler has wrapped up the bonus point for most laps led. He's now led 27 laps. Not possible for any driver to surpass him.
Gonna go for 3 in a row here?
He might. And Butler is right behind lap traffic, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him pit here very shortly if he needs to pit again. Which I think he will. Everybody will have to pit again. Or everybody who hasn't pitted yet.
He might be trying to carry some draft off. Use that fuel up a little.
Could be, yeah, could be. Lee and Fershing. Dustin Lee's really putting the pressure on Fershing, but doesn't look like he's making a move.
About the back half of the field is.
See Michael Fair, Jamie Christensen at pit road. And Sean Butler now has an almost 4-second lead on 2nd place Tommy Lee. And it looks like Sean Butler is coming down pit road. Tommy Lee leads his first lap of the race. And Nate LaFleur looks to the inside, and he's going to see if he can lead another lap. He's already led 7 so far. looks like LaFleur makes a good, clean pass right around Tommy Lee. So new leader, Nate LaFleur.
Kirk trying to get his lap back fashion way.
Yeah, he's not far from it. He gets right up past these other two, and he'll have his lap back.
Definitely first in line for a Logan to happen.
Yep. And next one back, lap down is Max Terrio, and he's a good distance behind William Kirk. So Williams got that spot locked in if there were a caution, but once everyone gets spread out like this, it tends to stay clean. We'll see what happens. 13 to go. 12 to go, actually.
Wisniewski coming back up lead after he bit.
And Sean Butler back out on the track in 7th position. And all these drivers in front of him have not yet pitted. Sean looks like he did a 2-tire stop, a 9-second 2-tire stop, just fuel in 2. So he should be pretty comfortable still once these top 6 up here get their pit stops in.
10 to go. These top 6 are trying to see if they can make it on. Shows up. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Something happened with my TeamSpeak there. I disappeared for a little bit.
Yeah, I was about to say, well, looks like we're still practicing, so I was going to start talking again.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Tommy Lee gets into Nate LaFleur. Something fierce. Let's go back and have a look what happens here. I don't know if, I think Nate may have been sliding a little bit. I see his front wheels going back and forth like he was trying to correct a slide or prevent a slide. And that slowed him way down, and Tommy Lee got right into him.
He might have been going into pit road, maybe?
I don't think he was, man, he could have been pitting, but it looked to me like I thought I saw his front tires going back and forth. Almost like he was trying to correct something. I don't know if I have anything that has a good view of it here.
Yeah, I listened to him talk on voice track right now. It didn't, he said he put in for it, but it never showed up on the screen. Tommy Lee didn't know he was going to be early.
Oh, is that what happened? So he was slowing down to pit?
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, miscommunication, it looks like, then bit him. Yeah, that's a little tough, especially when you got a guy ride on your bumper like that. Ouch.
Now Tommy Lee's got a pit damage. And with 7 to go, this will change everything.
Yeah, it will. And so Tommy has, does he have to get repairs?
At it right now. Looks like his car's still a little messed up.
I see LaFleur coming right back out, so he's okay. But Tommy Lee still has some damage on that truck. Now, he might not have had too bad a damage there.
Yeah, his back's pushed in a little bit. Front doesn't look that bad.
Let's have one more look at this here. I just want to see if it looks like Tommy got bad damage. Yeah, it looked like Kirk got into him just a little bit, but other than that, I think that's all Tommy got, so I think he should be alright as far as damage goes. That does put Tommy back into the 6th position. And something you don't hear too often from a broadcaster, but I think I'm going to take a little bit of blame for that one myself, and here's why. We didn't have enough slots in our TeamSpeak server for Tommy Lee to get in here, and I need to upgrade that. And I bet you what happened was Nate LaFleur said it on TeamSpeak and not on Race Chat, and since Tommy's not in TeamSpeak, he didn't hear it. So I'm actually going to take the blame for that wreck. Yeah, Tommy was saying before the race, he sending me messages. I can't get into TeamSpeak, and that was just I fumbled that up. I thought we had more slots than we do. But the league's growing fast, and before you know it, it fills up. So I need to go upgrade our TeamSpeak server.
Yeah, to be honest though, it's a good problem to have. If you have 20 quality drivers, say.
Yeah. I mean, and they are. They're all, all these guys out here. They drive respectful around each other. We have many different skill levels, so some people are going to have a little bit more trouble, but overall, I mean, everyone's real respectful, and that's really what we care about. And along with that respect comes good driving anyway. So mistakes happen here and there, things happen, but I just love hearing, talking to the guys after the race every time, and they all say, "Oh yeah, it was great. No, everyone got along, no big deal. A couple mess ups, no biggie." So several drivers stay out, and they'll get the wave around. Those are guys who had probably recently pitted and want to get their lap back. And William Kirk, as we discussed, he's back on the lead lap, 13th spot. After getting his lucky dog, he's coming around now.
All right, so doubling up now, we got Glenn Sidman, Josh Butler, Sean Butler, and Damon Gilbert in the second row.
Yeah, brothers, Joshua Butler and Sean Butler, a brother team.
Yeah, Josh is on older cars. I would not be surprised to see him be freight trained after.
Yeah, he's going to have to do a little bit more giving than taking here, I think. Pace car dives off. Let's see if Sean can get himself back up there after having that 3-second lead. And it looks like before they come out of turn 2, Sean's already going to have the lead. Oh, we got a spinner right behind him, though. They got all bunched up. I can't believe it. Caution didn't come out. Oh, it did come out. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the replay right now.
Max Terrio, maybe?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. Let me go on Max Terrio's car here. No, actually, it was in front of him. I think the 99 of Josh Butler spun.
Bad man. Knew it was going to be hard for him with older tires, but
Yeah, let's have a look here. What happens? Actually, that wasn't. I think Josh Butler and John Fershing made contact. They were 3 wide coming out of turn 2, and Fershing moved up just a little bit because he was down on Tommy Lee, and he got into the side of Josh Butler, and that just sent them all over the place. Wow, that was ugly.
oh yeah.
You see what I'm seeing there?
Yep.
Yeah, you saw John Fershing and Tommy Lee just about got together. Fershing just kind of got into the side of Josh Butler and sent him around, and that just boggled everything up behind him.
Yep.
And it almost looks like those
Looks
guys.
like
Looks like those guys right behind him didn't know that that had even happened or that he had slowed down that much because they came in there kind of hot.
I think everybody was thinking, hey, this is our last chance for a green
Yeah, that's
finish,
true
so
too.
we're just going to try to get everything we can.
Yeah.
Looks like Josh Butler is opted up for the night.
Yep, Josh Butler and I think Michael Fair is off the track as well. The 23. Max Terrio pits and gets some repairs. Well, Sean can breathe easy because he barely got out in front for that one.
Yep.
I mean, had he not got around in turn 2, I don't think he would have. I think this is going to finish under caution, isn't it? Or is there going to be a one-lap shootout?
I think it's going to be the go green at the checkered. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll go green at the checkered. I don't know. You know what, Matt? I think we might have a one-lap shootout.
Be nice.
Because I don't know. We'll see. I think the lights will go off this time or next time by, which will. Well, right now it says 3 laps to go. So if the lights go off this time, then we'll have a one-lap shootout. Let's watch that pace car and see. Oh, lights are still on. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's going to be green and checkered at the same time. Good call, Matt. Well, kind of surprising. I gotta be honest. I expected less cautions this time. Iowa, I wasn't too surprised. You know, short track, first time we've actually raced there with or at a smaller track with a good number of trucks. This being a 2-mile track, lots of space. I kind of thought we'd see less cautions tonight, but we've had 5 cautions and unfortunately finishing under yellow.
A lot of these cautions were combination wrecks. You know, somebody else wrecks, and then like 3 or 4 people wreck behind them because they didn't have time to get out of the way. Almost like a
Yeah.
restrictor plate track.
Yeah, that's true. With that kind of almost wide open all the time racing, kind of you got so much momentum, it's hard to slow down. I think that's what we just saw in that last wreck as well. Just those guys weren't able to get it slowed down in time and kind of plowed right into it. Especially coming out of the turn as well. I mean, if you're mid-turn and you see smoke up ahead, you can't just slam on the brakes or you're going to spin no matter what, you know?
Yep. See, Sean Butler is going to make it 3 in a row here. He's going to move up in the points.
Yeah, this will move him up significantly in the points. And you can
He
see
and Buckley are going to finish close to each other, so I think Lee may still have the lead, though. I'll have to do the points calculations.
Yeah, and you can see here on the screen the current top 10 in season points. Sean Butler is only 8 behind the leader of Dustin Lee. So this is going to do a lot for him because he'll get 20 Actually, he'll get a good amount of points this time. He'll get 20 for winning the race, or for first place. He'll get 3 for winning the race, 1 for leading a lap, 1 for leading the most laps, 1 for completing 80%. So he's going to get a lot of points here. This may end up putting him on the top. I'm not sure. It's difficult to predict these things with the drop week and everything. You kind of just got to upload the results and put the numbers in and see what the calculator spits out. But I wouldn't be too surprised to see him in first or second after tonight.
Yeah, but we will have just kind of a heads up for those last 2 races. We'll probably have the race to the chase, basically the points as they stand type thing for the championship, just like we did last season.
Yeah, we had that hooked up last season where we could see kind of as they went what their position was in the point standings, and we'll try and do that this time. Got a little bit messed up last time because we weren't sure about the tie and everything. The top 2 ended up being so close it was difficult to call, but yeah, hopefully we'll be able to have something good for you guys this time as well. So looks like Sean Butler is going to take the checkered flag. And here's your official results. Sean Butler first, Damon Gilbert second, Glenn Sidman third, John Fershing, Tommy Lee, Jacob Fike, Dustin Lee, Joshua Buckley, Nate LaFleur, Tim Lewis. That rounds up your top 10. You got William Kirk, Teddy Wisniewski, Robert Craze, Max Terrio, Jamie Christensen, Kevin O'Brien, Joshua Butler, and Michael Fair rounds up 18 drivers. So there's your winner, Sean Butler, getting to drive fast for 1 more lap anyway, and he'll come around and do a little burnout. We'll get a chat with him on here. Yeah, 3 in a row for Sean, man. He's on a roll. And yeah, back when we first started our league, I might have said it's because there's not a whole lot of competition for him. I know I couldn't keep up with him, and but he's got some good competition out there now. So this isn't just an easy jump in and win thing for him. I mean, there's a lot of good drivers we got, a lot of really fast drivers. All right, let's have a talk with Sean. Sean Butler, this is Jeremy Patterson. 3 in a row, man. Tell me about it.
Oh, it's just freaking just crazy. I can't believe that. Wow. I just didn't have the fuel. I know a couple guys had fuel there, and I couldn't believe I just pulled away from those guys. You know, that's something that never happens here in Michigan. But, man, that was just – I can't believe that caution come out. I mean, 68 had a huge run underneath me, and I heard people talking about wrecking, but there was no caution. And so I was going for the run out of the corner, and 68 was going for the wind into the corner, and it just happened to fly at the right time. It was just it's just crazy, 3 in a row. You know, it's just one of those things that doesn't happen often.
Yeah, they were piling up for quite a bit, and I was kind of surprised there's no caution. And then finally, I saw the yellow flag. But walk me through that last restart. The last restart that you guys did, because you only had a little bit of time before that next caution came out, and that would have locked you not winning the race. But you managed to get right up in front really fast. Walk us through that.
Well, I knew the 83 and the 99 had old tires, and I had just been up there, got right side tires, and I knew I was gonna get a good run through 1 and 2. 83 took it wide up into the corner, trying to arc it, and it just gave me the opening on the bottom, and I just made it stick on the bottom. 68 got a good run off the corner, got up beside me going down the backstretch, and just it'd been fun to race that out. It just wasn't meant to be, but like I said, man, it's just crazy to win 3 in a row. It's just just awesome.
Yeah, good job on that restart. Like I said, I had the camera on you and I'm watching. I'm like, man, look at that, he's already in the lead. And then the caution came out, and I said, well, he's lucky he got up there because that was your last shot at it apparently. So, good job on that, man. Glad to see you racing with us every week now since you're able to. Anybody you want to say hi to?
I just want to say hi to my brother. I know you got kind of net coded there on that restart. That's probably what started the big wreck there. I was just looking at that 15 and him, just huge net code issue there, and that's just terrible. But he was gonna have a good finish if that caution didn't come out. He's gonna have a good top 5 again. Just all the guys out here just running a great race. You guys up in the booth, man, it's just a fun time.
All right, well, I'm glad you enjoy it, and hope you keep coming back.
Oh yeah, I'll be here. See you next week, guys. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you, Sean.
All right. So Damon, you almost pulled it off right there. Just through that last couple laps.
Yeah, I was trying to perfectly time the restart, and I got it and I dove it down the inside as quick as I could. And then coming out of turn 2, I think it was, and I saw people wrecking behind me, so I knew I was going to have to drive it in the hard. And I was glad the caution came out because I knew I was in front of them. But because how the scoring works in iRacing, I guess, it put me behind them. I watched over the replay, and I'm in front of them when the caution comes out. It's how it goes, you know.
Yeah, it was really close between you guys.
Yeah.
We were running up front all night long. How did the track and the setup work for you?
It handled it real good. I felt like I was one of the more competitive cars, and I hit the wall, and I fell way back. And I tried short pitting, but other people same strategy as me. And I was glad that the final restart came out because it gave me another chance to come try to win it.
Yeah, there was a point in the middle of the race where 2 through 4 or 5 were all kind of fighting each other, and Sean was just pulling away.
Yeah, I felt like if I didn't hit the wall, I might have been up there with them. But I just messed up and hit the wall. So that's how it goes, though.
Well, it was a great finish for you. Is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just you guys for hosting this stuff. Dustin Lee for always being my partner on everything. And, yep, that's it.
Cool. Well, congratulations again on second finish.
Thank you.
Glenn Sidman, this is Jeremy Patterson. Good podium finish there, man. Tell us about it.
Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Good to talk to you guys again. Yeah, actually, I had enough fuel. I think it might have been Dustin Lee. The two of us, maybe somebody else, had enough fuel to make it to the end. We were kind of bummed to see that second to last caution, and I decided I'm not coming in. I'll stay out there. The way we were driving, I figured it'd probably be another caution after that last restart, and turns out there was. So I got kind of lucky, but I'll take it. Yeah,
hey, I mean, you got to get. Sometimes luck plays into it, and but you still got to be a good driver to get yourself in a position where luck can help you. So it's good job, man, and I'm glad to see you up here on the podium again.
Oh, thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, I got involved in an incident fairly early in the race, so if I'm not even sure what happened, it was my fault. I'm not sure, I haven't seen the replay yet, but after that, kind of sat in the back with, I think it was Dustin Lee. We just kind of sat back there and saved fuel and tried to avoid the next wreck. But it was good. It was fun, and thank you guys for broadcasting.
Yeah, absolutely. We're glad to have you, and look forward to having you next week.
All right, thanks, guys. See you at Kentucky or?
Yep, Kentucky night race.
Yep, next week we're at Kentucky. All right, we'll talk to you later, Glenn.
All right, bye.
All right, so a little messier than we expected, but overall still pretty fun. Sounds like the guys had fun racing it, so good deal.
I just want to give a quick shout out to John Thurston Jr. For starting position number 18, finished 4th. He's the highest finish or highest delta as far as start to finish of the race for the guys.
Nice. Yeah, good catch there. All right, so here's a look at our schedule again for the rest of the season. Next week we're at Kentucky, Watkins Glen, and Dover. Unfortunately, we will not be able to broadcast those races, but we'll return on the air February 2nd at Richmond, and we'll round out the season February 9th at Charlotte, and right after that the NASCAR 2015 season starts, and we'll probably line our schedule up with theirs a little bit as well. Kind of makes it fun when you race here and then get to see it on TV or vice versa.
Oh yeah.
All right, and as a reminder, you can see our website, redlightleague.com, see schedule, standings, photos, and more. Links to our YouTube channel and Facebook pages. You can subscribe and like us there to get all the latest and see all the broadcasts that we upload. And if you or any driver watching would like to join us, you can log on to iRacing.com, go to the leagues page, search for Red Light Racing, and apply there. Maybe drop me a message or drop Matt a message and let us know why you'd like to join our league. We can take a few more in and have a pretty solid field. And it's so nice just driving around the same drivers every week that you know everybody. So if you're interested, sign on up. And as we said, next week, Monday, December 29th, we'll be at Kentucky Speedway, same time. The broadcast goes live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And that's also when qualifying starts, and races typically last about an hour. And until then, take care and good night.
Have a good week, everybody.